Thank you, Madam Speaker. I must begin by registering very strong protest on behalf of the minority side as to the presence of this motion on the order paper this afternoon. When I saw this motion on the order paper, I called, and the records can show, I called the leader of majority, the Honorable Senator for Kericho, Aaron Cheriot. I was unable to reach him because we in this House have agreed that we will not transact business by ambush. It is not a surprise. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, I am extremely disappointed that it is very contemptuous for you to introduce a motion in such a way, because it gives us a very difficult time in the leadership to guide our members as to how to treat this particular motion. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, I protest because I don't like being made to look like a fool. Yesterday, after resolutions passed by the Central Committee of ODM, I was reading a statement saying that ODM will not countenance any further delays in the selection process of the IEBC commissioners, only to be told today that there is a motion on the order paper to extend time for this panel to do its job. And what's worse, Honorable Speaker, when I reached out to my leadership in the National Assembly, our counterparts there, they forwarded to me a letter from this panel, signed by the chair of the panel himself. The first thing I noticed, this letter was dated the 20th of March. This is 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, Honorable Speaker, this House has no idea. The second problem is that that letter is addressed only to the Speaker of the National Assembly, continuing this spate of contempt for the Senate, when they knew very well that this matter has to be processed through both houses of Parliament. Honorable Speaker, it is unacceptable. It is unacceptable that we continue to be treated with such contempt. So when I go through the letter, I'm trying to find out what are the reasons. And it is clear that even the mover of this motion has no access to that request. And by the way, in that request, this panel is asking for 30 days, not 14 days. It is the National Assembly that set it at 14 days, and there is nothing that stops us as a House at setting that deadline at 4 days or 7 days or 2 days if we wanted to. And they are citing various reasons. By the way, I do not hold brief for this panel. And I have strongly objected to, I don't want to be distracted, Honorable Speaker. Strongly objected to this.
He does not want to be informed. Let him finish.
I strongly object to some of these insinuations that somehow ODM is the one running this panel. And if you read the newspapers today, you would think that there is a war between me and Senator Wambua. It is not going to happen. Me and Senator Wambua are never going to fight. But the truth of the matter is, we also do not want these incessant accusations against ODM. Honorable Speaker, if you hear the names of the constituencies by elections that are being mentioned, majority of them are held by ODM. ODM was holding Ugunja. We are holding Magarini. We have a nominee to cabinet. And there is a young man from Kajiado waiting to replace John Bad in the National Assembly. If anything, we are the ones who are suffering the greatest prejudice. Some of these political parties that you see making noise about ODM, and I have asked Senator Wambua to distance himself and his party from some of these non-entities making noise, and you know very well that they cannot field a candidate in Banisa. They are village political parties. I don't know what, Senator Wambua, you are doing with these characters. I want to dissuade you from hanging out with these people, because if you just moved a bit, you would allow me to deal with these people mundu kumundu. And they know me. And I don't want you to catch strays, as we say in the streets. Honorable Speaker, some of the reasons these people have given, they are saying that the time is too short because they shortlisted 116 people. I personally took time to watch one of those interviews. And I'm being vindicated because I said, these commissioners, the panelists, are talking too much. They like to listen to themselves. Instead of putting a question to a candidate and allowing them to talk, somebody is asking a windy, long question. And now I am being asked, after complaining that they are talking too much, they write to me to extend time so that we can listen to them more. We don't want to hear what you have to say. We want the candidates, the people who are coming to run elections, to speak so that we can know what they are all about. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, I want to conclude and say, even if I'm inclined, even if I'm persuaded, please, the sort of contempt that is being extended to this Senate will not be allowed to go on any further. Mr. Makanda should have known that there are two houses of Parliament. He is a PhD holder, for heaven's sake. He should have written to our Speaker and written to the Speaker of the National Assembly on the 20th, and we would have had time to debate this motion and give him what he wants. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Korir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I would want to really support the motion which is in the floor of the House. Being a procedural motion, I would also want to just speak about the procedure where I feel Honorable Senator has felt like it was an oversight to this House. The letter that was written to the Speaker of the National Assembly was written in the capacity of the Chair of the Commission, where it was supposed to be brought to the Commission, that is the committee, or one of the committees in the Commission. And then after the committee has deliberated on it, is when now it was written to the two houses. And that is why it came to this House.
There is a point of order,
Yeah,
Senator
Honorable
Korir.
Speaker.
Just sit, there is a point of order.
Okay.
Senator Mandago, you want to?
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I would like, under statement of facts, I don't understand how the Commission is supposed to decide on what is going to be discussed in Parliament. If the Commission was to approve, then the Speaker of the National Assembly, Senator Wetangula, should just write that letter and extend.
Senator Korir, where did you get the idea that the letter was written to the Commission? No.
Give me my mic. Yeah, thank you, Chair. I'm talking about the procedure, where, Honorable Speaker, the letters was made after deliberation in the Commission that the two houses can now take their time and decide. It was not final that the Commission decided that let's give them the 14 days. The two houses can still decide that there is no more extension of time. But having been brought to this House, it's upon this House to either extend the 14 days or reduce even to 5 days or
Senator Korir,
deny.
The objection is to your assertion that the letter was written to the Commission and not to Parliament. If
Chair?
you're not clear, you want to withdraw that reference.
I won't withdraw, Chair, because that was the letter, unless I see the content of the letter, but I know the letter was not written to him as a speaker, but as the chair of the Commission.
Wait, there is a point of order. Senator Sifuna, please.
Please, Honorable Speaker, do not allow Commissioner Korir to mislead this House. If the law says that Parliament may extend time, you write to Parliament. Wetangula is not Parliament. Wetangula is not Parliament. I certainly don't recognize him as Parliament. He might be the chair of the PSC. He's the Speaker of the National Assembly. We have our own Speaker. If indeed, as she alleges, that was the procedure, as Senator Mandago has rightly pointed out, all Wetangula needed to do when he received the letter is to write back and tell them the PSC has said have 30 days. Why is this matter here? If she insists on that line, then we as a House should send this motion back to Speaker Wetangula, let him determine it accordance with those powers that Senator Korir says he has under the Parliamentary Service Commission.
Senator Korir, let me guide you. No, there is no point of order on another point of order. He has just explained, please. Senator, can I first deal with the point of order that has just been explained by Senator? No, that is not the procedure, and you know that. Can we deal with the first, Senator Korir, have you seen the letter that was written?